Paul, I blame you. Do you know why I blame you? You are the reason why there's going to be a civil war between Canada and Belgium right now, man. Because Paul, you knew he was going to save it. You knew he was going to save it, Paul. You knew it. Okay, so guys, welcome to another World Cup show, man. So, what was going to be talking about? Canada, their first debut, and lots to divulge. We're going to talk about the industry plans. We're going to talk about Hazard. We're going to talk about Alphonso Davies, Courtois, and break down that game. Then we're going to talk about Spain and the incarceration that Spain put down, because I'm sure Paul is going to be very, very happy and so forth with what Spain did. And who is better, Pedri or Gavi? Who is better, Pedri or Gavi? And has Morata finally lensed the offside trap? And then afterwards there, we'll then go in and talk about Germany, revisit Germany, and say how screwed are Germany and how messed up are they. Touch a bit on Croatia, how the group is looking, and we'll then look ahead to. So tomorrow will be the final. Will be the final of the last game ones before we head over to game two. So obviously we have Portugal, Ghana, Switzerland against Cameroon, Brazil against Serbia, and Uruguay against South Korea, man. So guys, like the video, subscribe if you're new, and please feel free to send in those super chats. Your super chats and your dubs help to keep this channel growing, and I thank you so much for your donations, man. It really means a lot, and I truly appreciate it, man. So let's put away with the pleasantries. Let's just get into it. Man. Look. He had to score it. He had to score that penalty. When he stepped up, you see, a penalty most likely scores. Basically, most penalties are scored than not. But this wasn't a regular penalty. This was a historic penalty. This penalty meant a lot, and there were nerves. And the guy standing between the posts wasn't Loris Karius. I checked. It was like I really checked. It wasn't Loris Karius. It wasn't Loris Karius. It wasn't. I swear to you, it wasn't Loris Karius. It wasn't. And it wasn't Edouard Mendy. It was Thibaut Courtois. Once, when Davies missed it, I said, that's it. Belgium will win this game. Not draw, they'll win this game, because I've seen this game play out before. Canada were amazing. What this showed me is Belgium are not doing anything at this World Cup. Nothing. Because this is a Canada team who, if they had more talented attacking players, they win this game. For sure. More quality in attack, because we'll get to quality when we get to Spain. If they just had much more quality in attack, they win this game. Because we just saw that, man, if they just had one or two individuals to work off of what Alphonso Davies is doing, because nobody was on Alphonso Davies' football IQ. Because yes, he missed the penalty. Davies was the best guy. Well, Davies and pick out any defender of Canada. They were the best players of that pitch. Don't give me that crap of that Bombers industry plans given the man of the match award. That's a freaking farce. The man of the match doesn't have to be the player from the winning team. For Belgium, this was smash and grab. Smash and grab. This was just about being more experienced and much more efficient. Freaking Batshuayi scored of all people. So, like, I've seen this game before. Like, Canada, they played. They couldn't have done any better for the level that they were at. The manager tactically couldn't have done anything better. You had to score the penalty. Now, before I come to a resident Canadian with this, man, there were 2 penalties here, not 3. So the first one obviously was given. The second one, that's a penalty. Because his leg literally connects with the guy and forces him to go down. So my thing is that you're in the VAR call. You can go in slow motion, look behind. That's a penalty. Now, the other one was like this. That's harsh. Because he was here, that's harsh. But that second one, that was a pen. That was a pen. So, but put that to one side. Canada had so much of the ball and so many good openings. They could have said what's up. It was just that final little ball. That's a final little ball. And that piece of quality that they couldn't say through. This is why I thought Belgium wouldn't get through this group. I was like, aha, this is what I expected. It's a team they've missed their boat. And these new guys coming through, Trossard and so forth, they're good, but they weren't De Bruyne at his best, Hazard at his best, or any of these guys. Or they went where they were, because in 2018, Vertonghen, Alderweireld, these guys, they were at their peak. So 2018 was when they were supposed to win their major trophy as a golden generation. This generation, they've passed it. So Belgium with better attackers, they lose. Like, England beat these guys, for sure. Spain beat these guys. France beat these guys. Belgium won this game because Canada did not have enough quality in the final third. Canada, they controlled the game. Like, I think it was about 20-something attempts that Canada had. So they controlled the game, man. So look, man, Ricardo, man.
I was so upset. I was borderline about to tear up because these guys played so well. Like, they
played very well.
No. But sorry, that will haunt Alphonso Davies. It will haunt him. It will haunt him.
But he's not a striker though. He's not.
No, but RDS, listen. Alphonso Davies has never taken a penalty in his career.
Oh wow.
So
wait. Okay, sorry. Let me ask you this though. So here's the thing though, because this is what I thought. So maybe David is a designated penalty taker, but here's the thing though. This is massive pressure. So it's not about who's your designated penalty taker. This is history. Who is confident enough to step up and take it?
You don't give it to someone who's never taken a penalty before, though.
No. Artist then, if so, somebody must step. See, I just know what happened. If it's a case that the penalty taker said, "I'm ready," and Davies took it away from him, then that's an
sorry,
issue.
You have to let Jonathan Davies take the
Yes, you
penalty,
have
man.
to.
There's no. He's
Exactly.
your striker, bro.
Absolutely.
He is your striker. It doesn't matter. I don't know if it was like he wants to be the man of the moment. He wants to be the guy who gets remembered as scoring Canada's first goal in the World Cup. There was just no unless I could be completely wrong, and maybe Jonathan Davies pussied out. I don't know. And then obviously Alphonso Davies, being the star man that he is, he's gotta take it. But I just don't get it. But whatever, you missed a penalty. It is what it is. There's still a lot of game left. But and then I see the second one. By the way, that was a fantastic pass by Eden Hazard, and they called offside for no reason.
Oh yeah.
Those type of fouls are one of those fouls. Like I get what you're saying because he touched the ball first, but he still ran through the player. Like it was studs up. Like you could still give the penalty. Like, that's still reckless. So that, in my opinion, should have been a penalty because he still went studs up on the player. Like I don't even understand these refs, man. Like how do you even call offside on that play when Hazard was the one that passed it back? That shit makes no sense.
Not only that, the ball came off of a defender, so you're on side.
Yeah, I mean, oh my god! And then the third penalty, like, it's not even just the ref that's in the game. It's like, how does VAR not say anything? Like this shit makes no sense. And then, oh my god! And I'm honestly, when Belgium scored, I kind of just felt it was gonna be that. It's typical. It's so typical. The team that nobody expects plays a magnificent game, and the moment.
Yeah. Oh, typical.
It's like you just felt it, and I just felt after Batshuayi scored. I'm like, maybe Belgium get one more, put this game to bed.
Yeah,
they have more experienced players who have played in this stage before. All of Canada, these guys are new. Apart from Davies and Davids, I don't think. Well, one of them plays in Belgium. The rest of the guys, are not at that level. But I mean, they played great for the first game. I think it was one of those games where maybe like they were so excited. They knew there was going to be no pressure on them because what pressure are you going to really put on Canada? So what do they have to lose playing brave? While Belgium, there's still somewhat of an expectation on their shoulders, but I think we're all starting to realize that like Belgium just has never been that team, and they never will be that team. Although I will take their performance, and do I think they could beat Croatia and Morocco? I mean, assuming they come out with the same energy, I think they could get it done. But it's still going to be tight games for them.
No, so, I mean, for me, I think they should be able to have enough quality to beat Morocco. Croatia I see that probably being a draw. Like I don't think they beat Croatia.
I don't know because Croatia, are they really all that as well? I mean, they have an aging
no. Croatia, no, they're not. But Croatia they're very solid. Hence why Croatia, I don't think have enough to really go the way because Mandzukic is a huge loss. But I don't think this Belgians. I just think they've lost their spark, man.
Yeah,
now, granted, Lukaku was injured, but yeah.
Well, that's true. Lukaku wasn't there. I would think more trouble to the center backs. But yeah, I mean, Kevin De Bruyne probably had the worst performance I've ever seen him have. I don't know what the hell happened to him.
But no, don't say he won the man of the match. the industry say, how can the industry plants have one of the worst games I've seen of him and still win the man of the match?
It's PR. Courtois, man. I mean, like, what were we gonna say? Courtois is one of the top keepers, if not the best one. I mean, it was an easy save, to be honest, for him. I think Davies just never looked confident at all. But yeah, man, it is what it is. It hurts. It is what it is.
I mean, do you? Because I think it's Croatia on Saturday. Do you think they can lift themselves up to beat Croatia?
See, that's the thing I'm scared of. It's like these for small teams, when something like this happens, like it kind of sometimes makes you feel like no matter how good we are, the teams with more experience, more world-class players, just always find a way, right? So against Croatia, there's gonna be world-class players. I mean, Modric, I think Brozovic had a thing there actually today, but they have a quality team. But yeah, I mean, they should. It's all about mentality. If they can get themselves back up and realize that we played great the first game, there's nothing to be ashamed of, and just go again. And I think they can get to Croatia. I don't know if they'll win, but we'll have to see. But yeah, this one stings, man. This one definitely really hurt.
Ardias, talk to me, man.
I mean, I think this group, maybe I'm wrong, but I think this group is probably going to be the most, like maybe the lowest scoring group of all the groups in the World Cup. Like, I don't think you're going to be seeing any baptisms or 3-0s or margins or anything like that. if there's going to be any wins, it's going to be marginal, 1-0, 2-1, 2-0, that type of sort of thing. I mean, regarding this game, Ricardo's obviously right. I don't really understand why Davies took the penalty, to be honest. I mean, if
Glory
you're,
hunting. I mean, people in the streets are saying glory hunting.
glory hunting is but I mean, this is the thing with the minnows, and this is why why sometimes I rep Gareth Bale, because if you're gonna be that or put yourself to be that star, you have to deliver.
Yes.
And that's the difference. Like if you're like a minnow team, like Wales is a minnow team, Canada is a minnow team, to a certain extent USA is a minnow team, but those types of where like you don't have like a lot of stat quality in your squad, when you get that opportunity, you have to finish it. And that's what ultimately projects you to the next level. So you can see that with what Gareth Bale did for Wales in the Euros, and obviously even just the penalties here against USA. So I hope that this will affect, obviously, Alphonso Davies' confidence. But if I was the manager, I would have said, listen, sort out your designated penalty taker, the one who's practiced penalties beforehand. At this level, you give it to that person, let them score, get over and done with, and then, okay, fine. If you're 2-3-4 up, you can then...
No, but I think
that,
I would really love to know. Obviously, we must find out on Twitter, or maybe if anybody in the streets now, I want to know what happened. Was it the case that David said, okay, and David just said, no, I want to take it? Because my thing is that someone has to step in and be like, okay, who is a designated penalty taker? You take it. So was it the case that David was like, all right, Davis, you want him? Okay, I'm not too sure.
Unless the manager in training and being up to last week, that Davis has been taking the penalties all in training or whatever, and he's made it something. They do that sometimes to sort of alternate things. Okay, so we don't know essentially, but put it aside because ultimately he missed the penalty, and still Canada still, because let's keep it aside. I don't think anyone expected Canada to play as well as
they were very good.
In the predictions, people expect Canada to be not qualified bottom, etc. They outplayed a Belgium side where, I mean, I don't know, because where's the paper? Because someone sent me something in the post where it was like a missing person report. And apparently, so it has like one Eden Hazard on it, last seen at the Burger King, so back in Brussels.
Okay, RDS, be fair. Okay. No, okay, RDS, be fair.
There's a number.
Who played better, Hazard or De Bruyne? Let's be fair. Hazard or De Bruyne, who played better?
There's a number to call, just by the way, just in case you find the guy. But they both played badly. They both played badly. Not gonna lie.
No. Belgium weren't good. Belgium weren't good.
Shout is by the way, is Batshuayi still a Chelsea player on loan?
Paul, thoughts on the?
No, I'm not finished.
Paul, thoughts on the Belgium Canada game?
I'm not finished.
Okay. Finish your point.
I know. I'm actually. Is he on loan or is he still? There?
I have no idea. Ask Todd. Ask Todd.
Just because he might be a good striker to come back if you don't want Ronaldo in January. That's all. Bring him back, loan him back. Anyway, fundamentally, what I'm trying to say is that Belgium were not good. It could be first game vibes, but looking at how Morocco and Croatia play, I just don't see enough in this Belgian side that I think would threaten Morocco, Croatia. Even with this performance, I'm still not convinced Belgium risk of going out, because I still think Morocco, especially if the Morocco manager can get Hakimi and Ziyech into the team. We might talk about Morocco, Croatia later. But they weren't as involved as they should be, because I think if they were involved, they might have got something potentially against Croatia. I don't know. At maximum, Belgium, just like the Netherlands, round of 16, and then I think they're going home. So, but unlucky to Canada. Hope they do better. But I think for their first kind of almost like return to or debut to the World Cup.
Oh, very impressive. Very impressive. Paul, talk to me, man.
I mean, about the penalty thing, I think I agree with everything that has been said. I mean, we really don't know. So I feel it's unfair to judge. Even though, by the way, the man of the match, even though he failed the penalty, I would have given it to him.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Maybe one of the center backs,
yes,
as you said, for me, Canada, to be honest, these teams, these inferior teams, that normally have a very good game plan, whatever. But I feel like Canada never got tired. Like at least until the very very end of the game, they had that energy, they had that drive. So to be honest, I still think Canada can do this with some luck in the matches in the scores.
Mm.
I think Canada could do it. Obviously, you need a more clinical striker, but yeah, it's unfortunate, man, because I really want at least for Alphonso Davies, because I'm a big fan of him. I want him.
No. I mean, so do you think he was just nerves? He was too nervous.
Probably, because we're talking about, okay, he plays at Bayern, whatever, but we're talking about a very young player. We're talking about someone who is not used to strike, even though he's very offensive. We're talking about someone who hasn't taken a penalty ever, at least professionally. So
he wasn't also even expected to play today. Like, I think he just,
because he was coming back from injury. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't think we can really, and not only did this team, I think, physically overrun Belgium, I think it was also tactically.
Yes.
In a lot of things, they only lack that spark when you need a goal. You need that talent, that
just that bit of something,
yes.
just that bit of something. No, because my thing is that they were like in second half they were playing like the numbers game, just hit the cross and just hope for like a lucky bounce or something. But you just need someone just to with that bit of quality to have that nice little pass that just goes, just that's nice weighted pass, nice through ball, puts David through booms. But because they didn't have that, Belgium just had that footer there, just that one little block there, just that one little interception there. You just see those fine margins is where the quality player is what tips the fine margins in your favor. So
yeah, and it's just disgusting that the MVP was for the man of the match was for De Bruyne. I mean, before De Bruyne, I would have given it to Courtois if you wanted to give it. To Peter. But still, like I said before, I don't believe in that. I think someone from Canada should have taken it.
Elijah, talk to me, man.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, just to make it quick, honestly, that game is a definition of one chance, one moment, and that defines the entire game. I think, as many of the commentators could say, that Canada fell asleep at the back when Belgium scored, because Canada really had a good stronghold on the game. They just couldn't really finish. I think Lauren could have scored that header towards the end to equalize, but God, Courtois was absolutely fantastic. Like
it's why he's the best keeper in the world. He's the best keeper in the world.
No doubt. Like, it was giving me shades of the UCL final, literally, because this man was just everywhere. Like, no shot could get past him. Like, it was really, really impressive. So my man of the match, no doubt, should have been Courtois. Hazard, it's good to see him play international ball again. He still looks iffy, which is sad to see because I know he hasn't gotten much playtime at Madrid. But De Bruyne, I mean, outside of just leading, like being a part of what led to the goal, he didn't really look impressive enough to me, if I may say. Like, I'm sure everybody would agree with that. I mean, tough for Canada. I think they did really, really well.
Can they bounce back though?
I think the game they play Croatia Sunday and then they play Morocco the following Friday because it's A, B, C, D, F, and then it goes back to A. I think they could, if they could, they just got to be aggressive. Like, they show that they could stand up to these quote unquote big teams. Now the thing is now just trying to finish is what's hurting them. I think they could try to push for a draw, but man, that game against Morocco is going to be crucial.
No. A draw is fine.
A draw is fine, yes.
But I think they have to try to get a win.
Yeah, I think
you have to go there and try to beat Croatia. And I think basically from seeing Canada, they can beat Croatia. It's going to be hard because Croatia just have more experience.
Exactly.
So, but they have to. But it is possible though. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's very, very possible. Like, I think this is one of the most open World Cups we've had in a while, where like the chances are there. Like, we're seeing more upsets than usual. We're seeing the so-called minnows now standing up to the big teams now. And then And
I
then
mean,
for
obviously,
me,
apart from Costa Rica, but that's
Costa Rica is
we'll get there.
Costa Rica. I don't know how they managed to
No,
qualify.
no, Elijah, we'll get there.
We'll get there. Okay. I mean, for me, when I compare the U.S. and the Canadian games, I'm more confident. I'm more pleased with how Canada played than the U.S. played, because Canada, from the get-go, to minute 1 to minute 90, they were in it.
Yeah.
Now with the U.S., they played 45, 50, maybe 55 minutes, and then they
just lost their way completely.
So we got to give Canada big kudos. I just think that penalty, once again, the penalty and the goal, those are the one moment, one chance where, like, it's just one of those tight games where if it doesn't go your way, it's going to go the other way. So that's what it pretty much was. And it's unlucky for Canada.
Yes, talk to me, man.
No, I'm fuming.
Wait, okay, hold on. Wait, so you're half Canadian or something, or because Canada is next door to Minnesota?
Yeah, I mean, I was born in Canada, so. But that's not the point. The point is not that Canada's. The thing that annoys me more than anything is I said it. Like to I was in.
Did this guy just fart?
Said it.
No. It's his mic. It's his mic. No, it was his microphone. Relax.
No, out of every team I watched, I think Canada I've been more disappointed in Canada than any team I watch. The reason why I said it is because it's fine margins. This is the whole point of the World Cup is fine margins.
Okay. Why do you know what the word disappointed means? How are you disappointed by Canada?
Because Belgium didn't offer anything this game. Belgium was the worst. They played so terrible. Canada.
But yes, you know that Canada are not known for having supreme, amazing talent. So
that's not the point. The point of the World Cup is fine margins. If we seen the situation with Argentina and Saudi Arabia, we seen the situation with Japan and Germany. You have
yes. This is Canada's first World Cup in how many years? Saudi Arabia have been in several World Cups. Japan have been in several World Cups. Come on, bro.
I don't care. I can care less. I can care less. This is the World Cup. They fight. Canada did unbelievable to get here. They're the best team in CONCACAF. They are better than this. That's just the honest truth. This whole pandering, this whole patronizing of Canada, is disgusting. I'm tired of hearing, oh, Canada this, oh, Canada that. Canada should have won that game. End of. Alphonso Davies, you should hang your head in shame. You should hang your head in shame. And here's the thing, HH. And this is why I've always said this. I hate and I despise when the striker does not take a penalty. I don't like it. It makes no sense.
Well, no. Hold on. Unless you have
Then don't be a striker. Don't be a striker.
No. There are okay.
Goal scorer. That's
wait. Hold up.
Score goals.
Okay, hold up. And I think Paul will remember this. This is Spain with Raul. Mendieta is one of the best penalty takers ever. But he's a midfielder. If you have a penalty specialist, it doesn't matter what position you are, because that is a skill that's taking a penalty isn't just confined to being a striker. If you're a specialist, you're a specialist.
On that, I think that's absolute nonsense. 100% nonsense. For me, is as a goal scorer, your job is to score goals. If you cannot take penalties, you should not be a striker. That's my honest opinion.
No. Yes, you do. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. Yes, every striker can score a penalty, but there are guys who are known as penalty specialists, which means that a striker, it's an 85% chance you'll score. A penalty specialist, it's a 95% chance because you're a specialist at it.
But
like Ramos, for
example. For me, it's like I understand that. I understand. Okay, I don't care if you're the best penalty taker. I don't care if you're like 100% successful rate. My striker is taking the penalty for me all the time.
We don't know what happened. We don't because we don't know because remember, we are all speculating. We don't know whether David, bruh, I'm not feeling it, man. So we don't know whether David was like, I'm not feeling it.
Point, you gotta look at Alphonso Davies' positioning. He's a defender. What opportunity does he get to score goals? He that's like the only opportunity he will ever have to probably score a goal is probably a penalty, and that's the penalty he took today. He missed. It's just, that's my point. It's like
no. Look. Yes. Yes. I expect to be like a football guy, and so yes.
No, but
no. Yes. Do you know that when you look at penalty shootouts, more times than not, defenders normally actually take the best penalties. Bro, Ramos has an amazing penalty thingy. It's not about just being a striker. So your reasoning doesn't make any sense. Now the issue is.
I say Maguire's a good penalty taker.
Yes, he's a very good penalty taker.
Okay, let me. I'm gonna explain this as clearly as I possibly can. The reason why I say my striker has to take that penalty all the time is because that's the functionality of a striker. Is you're a goal scorer. I need.
Yes, no. Yes, scoring goals and taking. No. Yes, okay. Try and work with me here. When you're scoring a goal from open play, that's different. 40 yards and everything. A penalty in Canada's first World Cup, with the amount of pressure, nerves now come into play. Can he now deal with those nerves? That is different from scoring a goal through open play. So the situation of a penalty is very different from scoring a goal during the motion of open play. Those are different things. So it's not just about, if you're a striker, take it. No, it's...
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
Sorry for Yasser as well. I mean, you can look at it. Not every striker is great at taking PKs, because even defenders like, for example, Van Dijk, he took a great penalty against Chelsea in the League Cup final, but he's not a penalty taker. It's just a matter of are you capable of taking in the nerves to take the chance?
No, but guys, you guys are missing my point. My point is not Jorginho is one of the best penalty takers out there. He should not be taking penalties for Chelsea. I don't care if he's a specialist. Because the issue is you're taking the responsibility of finishing away from the striker. Your striker, they're the biggest ones that rely on confidence. Let me land. You want to kickstart. Your striker needs to score. This is the best opportunity for him to score, and you take that opportunity away from him to give it to Alphonso Davies. I don't understand that. That made no sense.
But Yasser, okay. To be fair, like in every club and every club, like you see your Jorginho, for example. Jorginho probably takes more penalties on for Chelsea and off the field and in all competitions than any of Chelsea's strikers. So you're obviously going to go with your most experienced penalty taker. Like West Ham, Mark Noble is a good example. He's the most experienced penalty taker, so default to him. Now, the issue with the Alphonso Davies situation is not so much that in his position. The issue is that like he's never taken a penalty.
Yes, that's the issue that you're missing.
You know, so that
it's not about his position. It's the issue that he doesn't take. He's not known for being a good penalty taker. So you're missing the whole point.
This is why this argument doesn't make any sense, guys. This is why the argument doesn't make any sense, guys. Because here's my issue. If you're a good enough striker, I dare Jorginho to come up to me. If I was Jordan Muller, if I was Benzema, if I was Cristiano Ronaldo, to take the ball. I don't care how good of a penalty you are. Come on, that's nonsense, guys. You already know that's nonsense.
Lewandowski
Yes, Lewandowski just missed his penalty, and he's a damn good striker.
That's shame on Lewandowski. Shame on him.
Okay.
Shame on him.
Yes. Okay. Look. Yes. Basically. Okay. Look. He missed it. It's happened.
Everyone's
now.
saying drop the brick in the comments for some reason.
Okay, look, I mean, yes, this isn't me. This is just the streets talking. So this is not me. It's just the streets talking and everything. Well, actually, let me give you this. I'll give you this.
Cut that bitch off.
And I'll give you this. And that's not me. That's just the streets. That's just the streets instructs me to do that and so forth. So yes, can Canada bounce back? Can they bounce back in your view?
Man, I don't know. I mean, but the disappointment of today, it's like, for me, the decision making in the final third was appalling to me. So it's like, can they score goals? Can they score goals? Like, I really thought Jonathan David was going to shine this World Cup, but I mean, he didn't get much opportunity, and the one opportunity that he had was a penalty, and Alphonso Davies stole it for him. But it is what it is.
To be fair, he had like 2 great chances, and he scuffed them both.
I don't know, guys. Like, for me, it's gonna be difficult because, guys, Croatia are experienced, and that's something that does not happen.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
So yeah, it's gonna be difficult.
And also, let's be real. I feel Croatia defensively are better than Belgium. Yep. So I don't think Canada will have as many chances.
It was bad today. Kevin,
no, bro. Vertonghen and Alvaro, these guys, I think they're playing in the Siberian League. They're washed. Like, okay, well, Lauren might be a bit over the hill. Like Vardiol, this is the new up and coming defender. So Croatia defensively, I think, will be better. So I think Croatia will be a harder game for Canada. It's weird. Canada will find Croatia harder to break down, but I think Canada will maybe find it easier to defend the attack because Belgium just have more individuals in the attack. But I think Croatia are better defensively than Belgium. So,
like Belgium literally Batshuayi scoring against you. Like Canada, that's terrible, man.
okay, wait, let me say some Dubinsky. So, Latin Lozari, man. Whose idea was it to give that Burger Lover the captain's armband for Belgium? Man was running the second half like they gave him a whop at halftime. Well, thanks for the dub and everything, you clown. But I know that Hazard was actually not that bad. Hazard actually wasn't that bad. Clown. The Hitsman. Yo, what's up, HH? Do you think Canada can beat Morocco? Yeah, they can, but it's going to be a tough game. But they can. But first, they have to beat your boys Croatia first. Because if they lose to Croatia, they are OUT. Can you say, Ricardo, I thought Argentina wasn't overrated. What happened?
Look, losing one game doesn't make you overrated. After watching that game, I'll be honest, I thought Argentina were mad nervous. Like, they didn't look good at all. I don't know what it was. You know what I think it was, actually? I think as much as we were putting expectation on Argentina, I don't think they really understood how much expectation they had on themselves. And because they're Argentina, they're going to have expectation regardless if they want it or not. So I personally think, also, I actually read that 7 of the 11 players that started was actually their first World Cup, which I didn't know.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. But I think it's 2 things. One, Saudi Arabia were magnificent.
Superb, especially defensively.
Masterclass in using the, what's it called, the high line.
Yes.
I also heard that 8 of the 11 players, they actually play for the same club team.
Yeah, they all play in the Saudi league.
Yeah, they all play in the
Yeah,
Saudi
they all
league.
play in the Saudi league, but they all play together. So I mean, it actually makes sense why they're so well coordinated. But
Excuse, man. We don't want to hear excuses.
Wait,
that's not.
hold-
They were good.
Yes, shush, Barry. Thank you for the dog, Barry, man. Good game. We'll get him next time. Courtois fire. Yeah, look, man. For Canada, look, it's all about. Croatia will be tough. Croatia will be tough. It will be tough, but you just have to get that win. You've got to get that win.
Okay, I'm gonna say this is the last thing I'm gonna say.
Oh.
The thing that really like this, the reason why I'm so annoyed is like this was an opportunity. Actually, this was a golden opportunity. Like,
Yes, it's happened. He missed the pen. They lost. Now you have to know. No. Yes, it's in the past now. You now have to now. Then you now have to beat Croatia. It's done.
You say you live in America, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Rep your team, bro. Leave Canada to me, bro.
Yeah, rep your boys, man. You have a big game against Charlie, King Charlie.
I don't know who to rep anymore.
Yes, maybe you're the jinx. Okay.
England destroying USA.
Okay. Let's look at this right now. So, Paul, why? So Paul is obviously in our WhatsApp group. So we have a little WhatsApp group for like the panel show during the week. And after Germany got shellacked and so forth, Paul put out this weird because I look at WhatsApp and I was like, oh, Paul, and Paul says, "I'm so nervous, guys. I'm really nervous. I'm like."
Got nervous for no reason.
And that's I was like, because he was like, oh my gosh, Costa Rica have to win. So I'm like, guys, I'm really down. I was like, huh? 7 goals later, Paul, are you still nervous? You're muted, Paul. We can't hear you. You're muted.
No, it's just that I'm a little bit nervous. No, listen. I have pre-game nerves, and also like you saw how Argentina lost. You saw how
Germany.
Basically, everyone who wasn't England or France just got beaten by supposedly inferior teams. So, you you always have that thing of what will happen, But at the end, also say what I said. I said that I trusted. In the end, I trusted Lucha. I trusted Luis Enrique. 7-0. And I want you know what? How many fucking shitty things I've read on Twitter? You have an idea? Why is he playing Rodri as a center back? Why the fuck has he taken Valde instead of Alex Moreno or whoever or whatever? What the fuck? Why is he? Shut the fuck up and learn football. You know what upsets me? And I will say what I think is true objectively. You know what upsets me? England wins 6-2 to Iran. And everyone says, it's Iran, but hey, 6-2, it's a great result. Oh my God. And then Spain does a historic fucking event, winning 7-0 against Costa Rica, which was supposedly a slightly better team or in the same tier as Iran. 7-0, the biggest goal difference in all the World Cup for now. We don't know yet. Brazil, Portugal. And people are like, yeah, it's Costa Rica, it's whatever. What the fuck?
Oh no, you can't do that. You can't. No. For me, I think look, see, we have to be fair here. No, because see, my thing is that we have to be fair. Don't worry, Paul. Well, I'll let you go, but let me put up. But here's what to be fair. Now, Costa Rica. Now, I don't know why the hell Brandon Ruiz is still playing because that guy was around in 2014. So I think these guys are trying to do like Chile again. But
Yeah.
this is the most impressive win because this is more impressive than England because I don't think Iran have ever gone through the group stage. A lot of this Costa Rica team, they made the quarters. Was it the quarters or the second round? Was it the quarters?
Quarters.
Yes, they made the quarters in 2014. So this is a more experienced and better team than Iran. So it's not just the 7 goals, it is how well they played. Like the ball movement, the creativity. I mean, Spain look good. And my thing about it is people say Spain's biggest issue is they don't have a go-to guy. They don't have that Torres. They don't have that David Villa. But my thing, though, is in 2012, they pretty much won the Euros without a striker. Like, they pretty much ran those Euros without a striker. Like, and it was crazy. Like, what the hell? These guys have no striker? So my thing is, but and that's why I'll come to Paul with this because I want you, Paul. I mean, I'll give you the mic to you because I want you to explain this whole beef between Luis Enrique and the media and so forth because I can understand how the Spanish media can have any issues with like this is an extremely well coached team. But for me, man, it's like Pedri and Busquets, man. If they're fit, nobody's dominating a game against Spain. Like, these guys are going to dominate. There is no midfield that I think will be able to control a game as well as these freaking dudes, man. And what makes Spain so dangerous is the subs they made. So they can they can even hit you through the center. So they're like, okay, fine. Balde, come on. Williams, come on. We can now hit you on the flanks. So we can bring in speed, we can bring in through balls and the center. So you did not have options. So tactically, depending on how a game goes, that is crucial when you now go into a quarterfinal, second round, and you just want to just change the context of the game. So my thing is, because this World Cup is so open and there really isn't a team to fear, we can't ignore Spain. Because remember, this is just Costa Rica. This is the Euro semi, which was close, fine margins, and just came down to the lottery of penalties. So this is a team that there's a backlog within its man. And bro, that Gavi goal was nasty. That Gavi goal was that goal was filthy, bro. That was a filthy goal.
I don't know who won man of the match. Anyone could, but probably Gavi was, with the goal and assist. Everyone was saying, how could Gavi have the golden ball? Look at Bellingham, look at Musiala. Shut the fuck up. 1 goal and 1 assist. Okay, shut up. Shut up.
Okay, Paul. Why is Luis Enrique on Twitch playing Call of Duty, and why doesn't he want to now see what's out to the media? So what is the beef that he has with the media, man?
Look, it's very easy. You'll understand. Everyone here will understand. Luis Enrique is Barca's Mourinho. It's very easy. It's Spain's Mourinho. Okay, so Mourinho, he didn't give a fuck about the media. He didn't let him he wouldn't, he wouldn't make favors for the media. He wouldn't put his ass up to the media. He wouldn't concede interviews because he didn't want to. He was real with himself, with everyone, and Spanish media always do this with everyone. And what they do is, you don't give us favors. You don't give us interviews. Well, we destroy you on media. And that's how, in fact, that's what made, between all the things that Mourinho did, but what Mourinho, be tired of Spain and get the hell out. That's what happened, basically. So, a lot of other things, but the media was a big part on it.
But Paulo, I mean, but let us...
Enrique. Listen. Right now, Enrique, what he has done, and I will say to you why he did what he did with the streamings. And I told you the press, but I think it's a secondary thing. He did this because the Spanish media was always slandering the players. Why did he bring this guy up? Why didn't he get this Betis guy? Why the fuck? And so what Enrique has done as a fucking master of the game, of the life, he has put all the pressure, all the focus, all the attention on him. He's the one that is going to have all the focus, all the lights, all the media saying, "Oh my God, this is streaming. It's not focused." So, and that's what's happening right now. Everyone is slandering Luis Enrique because he's streaming, and that's not professional. And now the players can be focused. No one in media are saying Eric Garcia is terrible. Ferran Torres is there because he is family with Luis Enrique. That's the key thing. He has taken away the pressure from players, and he has put the pressure on him, and he doesn't care because he's the GOAT. So, yeah.
Oh, no, but before we go, that could be an interesting thing for managers to do and so forth. Like, let's say, you know how people just say, Southgate, open up a Twitch channel, send me a tweet as to why I play Maguire and so forth, and I will tell you exactly why I do so, rather than reporters coming up with a weird narrative. This isn't me. I'm right here, and you can talk to me directly, and I can tell you in full detail, and you won't have my words missed. And also remember, the debate about streaming is that I control the narrative. In a reporter thing, they have to ask a question, I have to respond. So I can't build a narrative.
I think it also depends on the coach's relationship with the local FA. I think that probably has a part to play. So if the manager is like almost like a lapdog for the local FA, then they're probably not going to happen. But I don't get the impression that Luis Enrique is a lapdog for the Spanish FA. I feel like they get to loggerhorns at certain times. Exactly.
Ricardo, so you said that your Barca boys are going to win Spain the World Cup.
Bro, don't do this.
Shout out to Paul. Don't do this. Paul. Look. If a team from
I'm
South
telling
America,
you, if you do this, I will destroy you.
destroy me if you want. I don't care.
Let Ricardo get look. They're in the Europa League. Like, let them let them get some happiness.
Make fun of my club all you want. I don't care. Right? But Barcelona Bash should have already 1 star over the crest. All right.
That's shameless.
You can say shameless.
I mean, if a team wins a World Cup and then has like 10 championship, 10 UCLs less than their rival, I mean, something's wrong with the club.
I mean, I'll take a World Cup over 10 Champions League, but that's just me.
I would.
But anyways, look, Paul, look. If a South American team doesn't win, my next option is Spain. It will always be Spain, just because of La Liga, because of Barcelona.
Because of Barcelona, don't fucking.
No, I respect Real Madrid. Some of their players have been some of my all-time favorite players. I'm not even gonna lie. All right, but with that being said, bro, Barcelona players were cooking on the Spanish national team today. I know you don't like Barcelona. I get it. It's fine. Not everybody does, especially the 2 guys under me. But. No, man, like Spain were magnificent. Like, and to me, what's up, man? Talk to me.
I'm gonna answer this because you know what? I mean, you're right. Those players belong to Barcelona, and actually, only I think Balde. I mean, they're the veterans, okay. But Balde is academy player. Gavi is not really. He came from Betis, so it's not.
I mean, he still went to the youth. He still went to the youth.
Yeah, well, that's like Casemiro, who was like 1 year or a half.
Man, he learned how to ball. Now look, he's balling now.
No. Ricardo, can Spain win the World Cup? As this the World Cup winners?
No, okay. Look, I've said this so many times. Even before the tournament, I don't even understand why people even counted out Spain, because even in the Euros, right? They were the best team in the Euros. And how did they lose? They lost in a penalty shootout. Where, let's be honest, Donnarumma was a monster. All right. Yeah. So, I mean, if you're going to lose a penalty shootout, at least lose it to a great keeper like Donnarumma, especially when it comes to spot kicking. But they were the best team in the tournament. So, I mean, we all remember that Italy-Spain game. Bro, like Busquets and Pedri just completely ran the show. They did it. And today was no different. I mean,
you playing that game?
What?
Was Jordan playing that game?
Yeah, yes, he was. So was Barella. Shout out to Barella, class midfielder. I mean, but they have to be one of the favorites because they've still look impressive. They lost, even though they lost, and just look impressive. Nothing like Luis Enrique. I don't know why he doesn't get the credit he deserves. But look, the players on the national team. I know Luis Enrique got even on the Euros he got slammed because he's like didn't take any Real Madrid players. I believe that Euros. I could be completely wrong. And then this one, he took Asensio. I think he took Carvajal, right? Yeah, Carvajal. Is that it? That might be it.
Maybe.
Yeah, sorry?
Or did he say Carvajal?
Carvajal.
No, he didn't take Nacho.
But yeah, like I'm not surprised. Luis Enrique obviously he probably does have a level of favoritism. I mean, that's pretty damn obvious. I actually thought it was when I saw Rodri start at center back, I actually thought that was a great idea. Why not have another? Why not have another player who has great ability on the ball? And let's be honest, Rodri has probably been the best DM, or at least alongside Casemiro, the last 2-3 years. And we all know when we watch the Spanish national team, there's a massive difference when Busquets plays there and when Rodri plays there. And we saw it in the last Euros when Busquets was injured before he came back. And I just thought, well, Rodri, I mean, he can't play the bench for Busquets his entire career and the Spanish national team. So why not play him as a center back? You know, he has a physique. He's tall. He has like 6'4", which is insane. So yeah, I think it works out for both players in the end. Spain looked good. Pedri, man, I'll say it again. I'll say it, like, I don't like when the word world class is thrown out too many times because
or generational.
And I was going to get to that, the world class, because if you throw world class, this player, that player, then it brings down that what world class actually means.
Yeah.
So here we come to the word generational. When I was growing up, generational was like Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar.
Yeah.
Like not as good as Hazard, De Bruyne. To me, they're not generational. They're elite players. They're not generational. When I look at these new breed of players, we say there's a generational player like every other week for this new guy. In my opinion, there's only 3 generational players. It's Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland, and Pedri. Any other player, I'm sorry, that's my standard. Pedri looks like we saw the last year's. Pedri looked like he's playing his 5th World Cup. Like this guy
how old is he? 20 or 21?
19. He's 19.
19.
Gavi is 18.
Spain is the 3rd youngest team on the world.
I'm not gonna give Pedri the generational talent because I don't think he's generational, but he's damn good, and he's better for the national team than he is for Barcelona. And look, now you see people saying Bellingham is, bro.
What?
Bellingham is a good player, a good talent, will be quality.
He's not generational. Bellingham is he's not generational.
Stop.
This is what I mean, man.
See, come on, no.
Pedri is generational. Anybody who says anything otherwise, I'm sorry, you do not understand football, because it's so easy to call players like Haaland and Mbappe generational because they're forward. You can measure their contribution based on the output they put out. But you have to know ball. You have to understand ball to know that what Pedri does on the field from the midfield, that guy is playing way above his age. Like he's so goddamn.
No. I think that's the key thing, because also I just had to recheck the age, but I'm like, this dude is 19, and the way he's just controlling a midfield,
it's insane.
And the composure of the midfield is like,
this is like the crazy thing. He was doing this 2 years ago when he played against Italy, the guys who won the Euros. Like, he did this. So this is not a surprise. And for all those people that were saying Gavi this, Gavi, I didn't deserve Golden Boy, Bellingham this, Camavinga that, I think Camavinga's a good player. Musiala's a great player. Same with Bellingham. But this is why Gavi won the Golden Ball. Because for the national team, I'm sorry, he's different level. He's better than those guys at the national level. I just read a report that Camavinga might play left back. Like, I don't know what's that about, bro. I mean, shout out to him if he can get it done. But nah, man, Spain were brilliant, man. Shout out to Ferran Torres too. Eh? Drop the
Elijah talks to me, man. Spain.
Costa Rica was just there for the vibes, bro. They're just there for the vibes. They booked the ticket, and then they just went there. They showed up, ate some shawarma, and vibed. That's all I got. It's an absolute joke of a performance. And
wait. Okay. Hold up. So are you putting this more as to Costa Rica where we're bad, or Spain were just so good that it made Costa Rica look bad?
I mean, you can look at it both ways, actually. I mean, Spain was top class, but then Costa Rica just laid down and died, honestly. I mean, when you scored 3 goals in the 11th, the 21st, and the 31st minute in that order, like, there's something wrong. Like, 3 goals in every 10 minutes a goal every 10 minutes at the international level is insane. Like, for me, I have nothing much to say. I wish I could pull up stats. I don't have any, but like,
Costa Rica didn't have a single shot on target. That's a stat.
That's one. Like, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Once it got to 6, I was like, these dudes could get 9.
Did you see the XG, by the way? Costa Rica's
if
XG.
Spain,
It's like -3 billion or something.
Yeah, it was literally 0.00.
like honestly, if Spain didn't let their foot off the gas, which I think they did, for just sporting, for
They
sporting
won.
integrity,
Oh yeah, it could have been 10. It could have been
it could
10.
have been 10.
It could have been 10.
No, but see, as I said again, look, Spain look good, but as I always said, and this is sort of going to be my running theme, especially during the group stage, greater tests lie ahead.
True,
Greater
absolutely,
tests lie ahead.
absolutely. But I mean, it is like to Paul's point. Actually, to your point, the video you made before this, reacting to this, you did say I agree with one point you said that this is a bigger statement, and Paul also said this is a bigger statement than England-Iran, because when you look at Iran and you look at Costa Rica, those two are technically on the same level playing field in a way. I mean, Costa Rica is very dominant. I mean, I would say dominant, but very competitive when it comes to CONCACAF. Iran very competitive when it comes to AFC. So it just big gulf between the two teams anyway.
Yeah.
So it just shows that there was a big gulf in class, and Spain just took that to their advantage. And not only that, Costa Rica is a team that has World Cup experience. There's not much to say, honestly, from my point. I just think Spain were just way too good, and Costa Rica just vibed. That's pretty
Yes,
much it.
talk to me. Yes.
So like I said, I predicted Spain is one of my dark horses.
Okay, so let me just see whether I can actually find it. Okay, so I mean, artists, if you can link me to the video. So you were saying dark horses. So if you just link me to the video, help me if you can.
Yeah, do you want me to share?
Just like share.
I heard yesterday got this thing for yesterday.
So artists, share. So you're saying Spain with the dark horses and the other ones. So yes, continue. Sorry, I'm sorry for really interrupting you. So yes, as you were saying, Spain with the dark horses. Continue.
Yeah. So I predicted, Spain, Luis Enrique, Mr. Trouble, man, MSN, Gavi, Busquets, España,
Okay, Nias, I know what. To back up your points, we will all listen to you saying them being dark horses and so forth. So without further ado,
Oh man.
Yeah,
ladies and gents, this is him backing up. Go for it.
Can you actually hear the Alphabet sounds?
I thought you were going to say Belgium because it's about
No,
Belgium.
Belgium. It's like I don't care about Belgium anymore. The
Yes,
guys fight, they don't, whatever. I think it's going to be Germany and Japan. 100%. And the reason why I say that is that if you look at this team very carefully, this team doesn't have any goal scorers, and the team doesn't have any good defenders.
No. Yes, no. Which no? Yes. The points you're making. Yes, the points you're making is why. Yes, Spain winning the World Cup may be a bit too much, but the team is still good enough to still top that.
I don't think
The argument you're making is for a World Cup, not for getting to the group. What?
I promise you guys. And this is for me. It's like when I say controversial things, sometimes I feel a little nervous saying it. I am
Yes, I think you need to take your brain to the rest or something.
Guys,
Wait. I think there might be an echo. I think there might be an echo.
There is.
Yeah, there's an echo. Wait, hold on. Wait.
Echo text is crazy.
Let me. Yeah. Sorry, guys. That's okay. Okay, let me share my own one, and then this should hopefully work.
Where did the echo?
Might have been from me or something.
For me?
Okay.
for me, the shock, I don't know why. For me, the biggest shock for me, I don't know if this is a shock, but there's one big nation I believe will not qualify for the group, and 100% could put all my money on it, and that's Spain. I don't think Spain's coming out.
No. I thought you were going to say Belgium because I do have fears about Belgium.
Belgium, it's like, I don't care about Belgium anymore. The guys,
No.
if they qualify, they don't, whatever.
Okay. So yes, so you're saying that's Japan and
I think it's going to be
Germany.
Germany and Japan, 100%. And the reason why I say that is because if you look at this team very carefully, this team doesn't have any goal scorers, and the team doesn't have any good defenders.
No. Yes, no. Which no? Now, the points you're making. Yes, the points you're making is why Yeah, Spain winning the World Cup may be a bit too much, but the team is still good enough to still top that
No,
group.
I don't
They
think
keep,
it's
they
good enough.
keep
No, the
possessing
argument you're
well.
making is for a World Cup,
No,
not
HH,
for
I
getting to the
promise.
group. What?
I promise you, promise you guys.
Yo, this guy left.
For me, it's like when I say controversial things, sometimes I feel a little bit nervous saying it. This is I am almost 100% certain that this is no, guys,
Yeah, see, I think you need to like take your brain to the vets or something, man.
Guys, I'm telling you,
they don't have a good team. I agree. Yes, the
But
team
who's
is
gonna-
lacking. Wait,
who's-
yes, what's the
okay.
name? Let me just make
if they have to rely on Alvaro
Yes, but they
Morata
have the
to go
best coach.
score,
Wait, yes,
come on, guys, and
They have
Busquets
the
in the
best-
midfield.
Wait, hold on. One
It's not gonna happen.
at a time. Okay, let me come to Z-Man. Oh. So yes.
So,
You know
Do
what's
you-
crazy?
okay, I can explain. Okay,
Oh yeah,
guys,
please explain.
The streets are saying that multiple bricks should be. In fact, like it's the point that people want to build a brick house around Yassi at this.
Okay,
point.
let's
before we do that,
Another two. Hey.
So yes.
Wait,
you were
hold on.
saying-
Oh, one more for the culture. One more for the
Oh,
culture.
one more for
Yeah,
the coach. For the coach. So
Is it-
yes, you were
So
saying.
wait, Yassi, is this? Do we still have the Brick Academy for members thing going on? we still have that element. I think Yassi-
So yes, explain yourself.
oh, so let me explain this, guys. So I'll be trying for a very long time to learn the art of reverse jinxing.
Oh,
Guys, look.
no, yes, don't
And
do it. No, yes, stand on your take. Stand. You said that Spain were not very good, and this was your bold take. It's fine. This was your bold take. It's fine, and you got it wrong.
I hate Costa Rica now, bro. I hate it.
No.
I mean,
Wait, hold on. Yaz, no, Yaz. Let's be real. Yaz could still be right. Spain could somehow lose to Germany and so forth. It could happen.
guys, no, they look good. Oh my god, like Spain.
Don't say that.
Guys.
Don't say that. Stop.
Don't do a core, man.
But I think what Paul said something that I think I was one of those people that he was talking about. Like, why did he pick this guy? Why did he pick that guy? And I think Luis Enrique.
So basically, it's because of people like you that Luis Enrique put up the whole Twitch thing. It's for guys like you. So you're the reason he has a Twitch channel.
No, but it's like, nah, man. Costa Rica didn't get out of their own half. Like their game was played on.
They hadn't. No. And also, yes, I'm not a stats guy, but an XG of 0.00 is crazy. That's crazy.
And the thing is, Morata scored. Like, you know how hard, you know how difficult that is for Morata to score and not to be outside.
Goal and assist.
Yeah,
And an assist.
There's not much you can say. Like, this Spain team looks good, HH. And I think the one thing I underestimate is how well they control the pace of the game. Like, Spain will control the game against any team. I'm not saying they're gonna win the World Cup, but I guess any team in the world, Spain will just outpossess you and will control.
For sure. No. Control doesn't always lead to wins and everything. Yeah. But Spain will control the dictator in every game. But here's the thing though. If you're a Brazil or you're Argentina, your game isn't control. So they're very happy to give you possession and so forth. So Brazil are very happy for Spain to have possession. So possession, it's not a big thing. But what you're saying to yourself is that if these guys can actually use the ball well, they will be very, very dangerous. They'll be very, very dangerous.
Also, like, guys, I was so impressed with Gavi today. Gavi was fantastic today. And the thing is, he's, 18, 17 years old?
18.
And the thing is, here's what I said. I think the world kind of did Luis Enrique a disservice, especially when he was at Barcelona, because I don't think he got a lot of credit. A lot of the credit was really geared towards MSN. MSN, because they were amazing.
I was one of those guys. That MSN won that treble. I was one of those guys.
It's just like this. Honestly speaking, this guy is a fantastic manager. He's a fantastic manager, and he knows what he's doing. So, yeah, man, it's Spain, man.
And I do you know what's crazy? 20 years ago, he was playing for Spain at the World Cup. 20 years later, he's now the manager, man.
Didn't he play for both Barca and Real Madrid?
He did. First
Yeah.
for Real Madrid, first Sporting de Gijón, then Real Madrid, then Barca.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. It's like, I mean, there's not much I can say. I mean, like, but I mean, I thought
no. There's something you can say that you have horrible takes. That's what you can say.
It's
So,
HH. It's
like, so there's a lot you can say there. Like, that your takes are horrible. And we have an amazing receipts that's on Twitter right now. So,
You know
you've
what?
been served.
He came today, and he's here, and he at the end, we joked, but he took the L.
Yes.
So honor to
the
him.
thing is, I like Spain, but that's the thing. Like, for me, when I said it, it was
yes, shut up. You do not like shut. RDS, please, RDS, grab the mic, man. RDS, grab the mic. Spain,
RDS is like RDS, then Los Blancos, then so it's just another guy. Then no.
I don't know when we're going to play the Ricardo Argentina receipt, but I think we've done that before, so we don't have to go back to that. But regarding Spain, yeah, man. To be honest, I should even take the L because I actually thought that I didn't think the Spanish team would gel. It was when I thought they would actually struggle going into this World Cup. I didn't know what to expect from the Spanish team, but I thought that they would struggle. And I thought Costa Rica would at least put up a reasonable fight. Just before I go into Spain, like as a side, like I don't know what happened to CONCACAF, man. What's happened to CONCACAF, man? Like. They're not been garbage, but I mean, I expected at least a bit more from CONCACAF. But we'll see in the subsequent games. But I mean, USA, Canada, Mexico, obviously now Costa Rica. We're talking about concern about Africa, maybe not a team not qualifying, but like we might not even see a CONCACAF team qualify to the next stage. So, but that's a separate thing.
To add to that, I think. I have mentioned this before. I think it's all about 2026. That's all it's all about.
Mm-hmm. True. No. True. I think that's because fair. I think everyone is building. Like that's fair. Okay. This, I think for Canada, this is too early. But I think everyone knows that. Like, okay, let's just have a good claim. 2026, we have to really.
Because they're expecting them to get from, especially Mexico, Canada, US, to get from the group stage to the round of 16 and possibly the quarters. Mm-hmm. That's as far. That's where the expectation is because the development is there. The MLS, Liga MX, Canadian Premier League, like they're putting so much effort and money into this so that all the eyes is really on doing something in 2026. So, and then at that point, I think there's going to be more teams. There could be at least like 6 or 7 CONCACAF teams in 2026.
Or to the expanded tournament. Yes, you're correct. Yeah. No, that's fair. Okay, I actually take that point. That's fair. Like they're probably using this World Cup as almost like not a practice, but kind of like a building towards something. There's a long-term project goal. So okay, I accept that point. So I guess focusing on Spain, like I said, Spain were absolutely fantastic. Shout out to Enrique, man. So and maybe sometimes when you're not actually fighting against the media, you're doing, and as Paul was saying, you're taking that pressure away from your players and just allow the players to express themselves. I don't need to talk about Gavi and Pedri. Everyone has really said enough. So I guess I'll just focus of some end on like Spain's chances. Now, I am still a little bit cautious because we're going to talk about Germany in a second. Like, I don't think that Germany are going to play the way that they did against Japan. At least I think that if Hansi Flick, as good a coach he is, he's not going to make the same mistakes.
But I know we're going to get into it. But artists, what makes me worried is Spain look really good, and Germany are going to play because they're going to play in a game where they have to win.
Yes.
So when you have to win, it's going to now sort of suit Spain because you're playing with a team with like, there has to now be an extra sense of urgency, which could sort of make them fall into Spain's trap.
You say that suits Spain. I actually think that suits Germany because I think the issue with Germany a lot of times is that they often have been complacent, like they were in this game. Oh yeah, just take off Ilkay Gundogan off at 1-0. Even the previous World Cup against South Korea. Oh yeah, we've got this dub. We find like I think that when the stakes are higher, I'm not saying Germany are going to win. I'm just sort of saying that like I think the game will be the team and Switzerland will take it a lot more seriously, a lot more difficult when the stakes are higher than when they're in quote expected to win and become complacent, much like Argentina were yesterday. But to be honest, I think the long-term big thing is if things keep, we haven't seen Brazil play, but if things go as expected, you're going to see a Spain-Brazil quarters. And that's where I'm like, I don't know about that.
No. There could be some really good matchups. For me, I think even before we get there, bro, I'm counting down the days to Spain-Germany. I think that could be a crazy game.
Yeah.
I think Spain-Germany could be a crazy game.
I think the one thing that might hurt Spain though is because their team is really young. I think the only senior players is like Busquets, Alba, Carvajal, and like maybe Rodri if he plays more minutes. I think it's more for the guys up front and in the midfield is when the going gets tough, how are they gonna mentally react? Because you expect that off the senior players. So let's just say in a game versus Brazil, if they find themselves 1-0 down, maybe 2-0 down, how do they react? And I think that's the only case because I think these guys, Luis Enrique just has his team really well drilled, so they won't deter away from their game plan. But that's the one thing I would actually just question Spain, but we'll have to see when that time comes.
All right, let me take some quick Dubinskis.
Okay.
Yeah, what was it?
No, it's just that to answer to Ricardo's take. I'm not so worried about that. I'm worried about other things. I don't think now Spain is the favorite to win the World Cup, even though I think it's there. But I think that Luis Enrique is a specialist in mentality. I think he knows exactly. He has created a great group, and I think he has. I agree. It's a team of drills, of automatisms, of whatever happens. Spain is gonna keep playing the same way. It's like a Pep Guardiola thing with City, right? It's the same. So yeah, but I'm not scared in that part of mentality because you have players like Gavi who are very hungry. You see them fighting all the time. I may be more worried about defense. If we don't really, to be honest, our games depend on ourselves. If we get that control, we're fine. If we don't get it, we're fucked. That's how I see it.
Shout out to Mr. Hassan. Welcome to YouTube membership and welcome to membership and welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Furious, thank you for the dub. Haters in the streets, I need my Gavi apologies. Why did you wait? No, unless you could tell me that you were claiming for Gavi, then I don't have to apologize to you, bro. Paul, let the Gavi haters know. Now, here's the thing. There is Gavi under Javi, who got his badges in the deserts and in Baza, and there's Gavi under a guy who has coached Roma, who has coached Barcelona, and has coached. So one person is a more experienced manager with better talent around him. Another guy has literally just begun management. Those are two very different balls of wax. Luis Enrique is way more experienced as a manager than I think.
If it means Luis Enrique coming back to Barcelona if Spain wins, I'm all for it, man. I am all for it. This Wolverine can get out of the hot seat, man.
Wait, hold on. Is this true? So, Gavi, youngest World Cup goal scorer after...
I believe he's a second or third.
So he was younger than Owen, because Owen was 18 in 98 when he scored that goal against Argentina.
I saw one stat say he was the second youngest and another say third, but he's definitely like top 3. No, but he's the youngest. I think he's the youngest on a debut.
Oh wow! Okay. Nigel Cardoso, the king plays tomorrow. What's King Charles? Which king?
You know the Sue guy. He's dropping a hattie tomorrow.
Oh no, he is. He's dropping a hattie. No. And what he'll come with a new like celebration, basically like this. Sign the contract because he's looking at a club. He'll be like, and but he'll be like.
Get it done, Sophie, man.
Do
you think he's gonna sign with the club?
Wait. Hold on. We'll get it towards it. Let me just hit the doors. We'll get towards it. Wing, Pulisic has been the best player in the World Cup so far. Wing, this is why you're only allowed on Monday nights, though. Or this is why you're only allowed on Monday nights, okay? Because this is basic. Miguel Rabines, the Japanese manager must have said the same inspirational speech at halftime as Erwin on Attack on Titan before he had his troops face the Beast Titan. Bro, I told you, I don't understand that anime, bro. I've tried it. I don't understand that anime.
Oh, come on. Attack on Titan's awesome, man.
Oh, no. It's a great set. I just don't understand what the hell is happening. That's it. Like,
it's complicated.
Just give me One Punch Man. Saitama, Punch, that's all. Just give me Goku, give me Dragon Ball Z, give me One Punch Man. This whole thing of, I don't know what's going on in that for man. And Wing, Leao, future GOAT plays tomorrow, generational wing. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's why you always your
Man,
money.
these Chelsea fans, man.
I've been
Well, Paul, was it?
a lot of things that could point to Real Madrid being very interested in signing Leao, because I'm just saying that. I've seen a lot of things.
Paul,
Not only
Paul,
one or two leagues. I've seen like a lot
get
of.
your paws off Chelsea's targets, okay? You already have a place. Get your paws off her.
You have Nkunku. You have
And
a
we
guy
want
who's
more.
17 years old. I don't know. Who.
And we want more. We want more. Talents FC. Jude plays UCL while Gavi takes pockets. Okay, let's not do this.
What are we
Let's
saying
not.
about?
So, wait, hold on. Minnesota community. Last year, we will revoke your citizenship if you make ludicrous opinions. Hashtag no free speech. Hashtag citizenship is in danger. Yes, do you want a response?
No. People understand. Minnesota's cold. Listen, a lot of people live here.
The Minnesota community, they want to revoke your residency, bro. Like they.
That's all I.
Dungu Kamal. Spain have the deadly combo of great management, and great players. Look, Spain are dangerous, man. Casey, Asia is the third behind Europe and South. Man, KJ, you're such. Are you like xenophobic or something? Like, let's wait until the groups go through, man.
Can we actually have a
No, we can't. No, we can't. No, we can't. We can't.
Let's
No,
be
we can't. We
honest.
can't. No, we can't. We can't. We can't. Let's move. So, now, shout out to my good friend who I've known since I was 14 years old, Tai Chi, who I just, especially Tai Chi, he's basically one of my closest friends. He's in Japan now because he does film and everything. So I had to call him. I was like, yo, Tai Chi, man, how you doing? And he said, bro, he said he's never, basically said that it's one of like the happiest days of his life. That he said, basically, Shibuya is like a very busy place in Japan. He said that in Shibuya right now, it is crazy. Like, it is freaking crazy. So that it's like he just went mad. And then obviously I called his wife who's in London and everything, and she was crying, she was in tears and everything. This is Japan's biggest ever win. Like this is Japan's biggest ever win. Yeah. And here's the thing though. For me, and for guys who know football, it wasn't shocking. See, on paper, because people say like, because I think it was Tapio who said something like, wait, why are you doing an emergency? Is this shocking? I was like, it's true. But in the grand scheme of things, it is. Because it's still Germany and it's still Japan. Japan have, Japan's first World Cup was in 98 where they lost every game. And Japan have never beaten a big team, ever.
No, they have never beaten Germany, ever.
Yeah, no.
First against Germany.
No, for this, no, they've never beaten like a big team ever. So they are like, so this was huge. So forget about where Germany are. To beat Germany, coming from where Japan are coming, where your first World Cup is in 98, is massive and huge. And this wasn't smash and grab. This was fully deserved. Fully deserved. Germany. This is my thing about Germany. Of course, there's talent here. But look at the guy behind me. There are no leaders in this team. There are no personalities in this team. Lamb would never allow this. Like Bart Simpson would never allow this to happen.
To be fair, Rudiger in that clown running thing he does, that's a lot of personality. In my opinion.
Okay. See, me and my friend, we actually had a disagreement because my friend said that he was trying to clown Asano, and then he then scored. And so I said he wasn't. Rudiger just does weird stuff.
You should have done it back.
He's a meme.
I don't know. No, but I don't think he was doing it to mock him. I just think he was just doing it. Because it was being
the opposition could take it as that because at this point it's well known that it's a meme, so he might just doing it for trolling.
Okay, no, but look, but that's one side. I think. Look, see, I think Germany are in a lot of trouble because you lose 2 games, you're out. Like mathematically, you can't go through on 3 points. You lose 2 games, you're out. And my thing about it is, I can't see Germany beating Spain. Okay, look, I mean, Germany can Germany can beat Spain, 100%. Yeah. I just didn't think it could happen. Germany is Germany, and you never can bang against Germany. The quality is still there. I'm looking at this team, and I'm looking at their lack of a true core and everything, and also Germany has always been a bad matchup for Spain. Spain have had Germany's number for a while. And I just think tactically, it's always been a bad matchup for Germany. See, Spain, the way Spain play and so forth, Spain's bad matchup are South American teams. Teams that don't need possession and they go there direct and they dribble. That's how you beat a Spain. But if you're like, that's why Spain do very well against European teams. Because teams that need to have possession and pass the ball and everything, Spain, they'll eat you up for lunch all day, every day.
Yeah,
so
nobody does it better than the Spanish.
Yeah. So Hansi Flick needs to really, because there is a way that he can beat Spain, but you're gonna have to really get your tactics right. But my thing though is, I want to just look at Japan, because I think the thing about Japan is this, right, guys? Like I always say, Pro Evo was always my football game. Well, it began with ISS on the N64, then it went to Pro Evo. So Japan love football. And it's always unfortunate that for people who I believe have made the best football game of all time, which is the Pro Evo games and so forth, it's so unfortunate that their team has never really reflected that. But 2018, they were so close. They were so close to beating Belgium. This was peak Belgium, and they were so close, 2-0 up. I think they've been building up to this right now, and I think that maybe potentially they could really do something. So, Aradis, talk to me about Japan and Germany.
Okay, I mean, first things. I actually remember previewing this on my channel with Samasi, and I remember Samasi saying Samasi was worried. Samasi was worried going into this. She was like, she kept on saying like, Shy Havertz should not be playing.
That's a great name. That's a great.
Shy Havertz. Shout out to Sebastian, man, because I was listening on the gym thing a while back, and she was like, "I took the day off to watch." I'm like,
imagine taking the day off to see your team lose 2-0. I mean, that's wild about.
Disgusting.
You should have seen Puya Hokage on Twitter. He said, "I'm done with football. I don't care anymore."
Yeah. Both his teams, man, because he's a dual national. Both his teams got punked. But yeah, sorry, continue.
It's shy habits, So I mean, someone should find Abdullahi's receipt from how many years back.
Yes, German Zidane. He called him the German Zidane. Yes, that's a great receipt.
He called him the German Zidane. Like literally 4 years, he called him. He's going to be the new German Zidane, and this guy he's not a number 9, So, but and I know people like go in on Maguire like all the time, like he's crap. But at least Maguire has shown his quality on the national level for England. Sule is awful. Sule is trash. I don't actually. I would have assumed Germany would have had better defenders. If Sule is the standard of defender that Germany are producing, they're not winning anything for years.
And they see, and this is why I fear for them, because again, like
I like the way he says Sula, by the way.
Wait, who?
It's Nicolas Sule.
Sule. I like Sule.
No. Jamal says Sul. Jamal says Sul.
I'll brick his name because he's a brick.
Yeah. No. When you're a brick, you don't deserve for your name to be pronounced properly. No.
You don't.
But my thing is that now you see how important Boateng and Hummels were.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So
I mean, to be honest, I'm at the point of maybe even Hummels might have done a better job. I don't know. Maybe that's going too far, but I don't know. But the dude is. I'm just saying it because people do clown Maguire a lot. Maguire has shown that he's at least good, relatively good for England. Like, the Germans into the defense. But to be honest, I think the key thing in this is that I think the game was lost by substitutions. Like the Japanese manager substitutions were they just all worked.
Yes,
they were fantastic. Hansi Flick's substitutions just didn't make sense. I don't know. I think the big one was the Gundogan substitution at 1-0. Unless he had an injury and he was thinking about the Spain game, maybe. I don't. That's the only thing I can think of, because for me, even Musiala, I'm not saying Musiala had a great game, but when you're 1-0 on, he still wants to. It was too early. It was too early, in my opinion, especially when you probably know that with the way the injury time is working, you might get another 10 minutes of additional injury time added on. So just assume that, you've got another 10 minutes. You've still got time. So Hansi Flick substitutions weren't great. I would be surprised if Hansi Flick made the same mistakes he made in this game against Spain. I'm interested to see how Germany, because I don't think Germany have been in a position where they've been in a position where they have to win, but I don't think they have been in a position where like they have to take a game seriously. Because I think there has been a lot of complacency in the Euros and the previous World Cup where they've come across a team where they should beat, and they just don't do it because they just assume that they're going to win.
No, because for me, that's why I'm so looking forward to that Germany Spain game, because it's like Germany know that, bro. I don't remember Germany. This is because I think they said statistically Germany are the best performers in World Cups.
Yeah.
So they're the best performers in World Cups.
And let's keep it a stack. In that first half, Germany did play well. Germany played well. They just didn't take their chances. They're taking their chances. There's no comeback for Japan. So in a Spain situation, if Hansi Flick doesn't brick it and they do take their chances, Germany could potentially beat Spain. I'm not saying that they will. I'm just saying that I expect Hansi Flick in time to come at the Spain game very, very differently. Whether they will, I don't know. But put that aside, this is an amazing opportunity for Japan because ultimately Costa Rica don't look great. So all Japan need to do, if they can beat Costa Rica, that's them qualify.
That's them through.
That's them qualify.
And also now, because again, as I was talking to my friend, there's a potential revenge on the horizon. Because potentially, if Belgium finishes top, they could now face Belgium in the second round.
Oh, Japan have beaten that washed Belgium side, man.
They should
beat that washed Belgium side. Man.
Yeah, I need that revenge, man.
Paul, talk to me.
I would like to I would like to say to this one of the RDS points about the substitutions. I don't remember if it was the first goal or the second, but it was made by all three substitutions on the front line.
Yeah. For the first
I think because Asano scored the winning goal.
Yeah.
Doan scored the other goal, and I think Mitoma played the ball for the first goal because it was Mitoma, Doan, and Asano that all came on. I think they all contributed.
There you go. And another thing is, I've read. I don't know if this is true. Okay, so if you know, please say so. But I've read that in this tournament, the first thing when teams tie up in points, the thing you look at is not goal difference individually in between teams. Is overall goal difference. Then is another thing. I think is number of goals in favor, and then is different goals individually. So I think that's I don't know if this is true, but it's what I've read in some comments, Twitter, whatever. So I don't know if that affects somehow, but just that that's the importance, especially in this World Cup, of scoring so many goals. That could potentially give you the edge on a tie. So I don't know if any of you know exactly.
Yeah, I think the World Cup is still based on the amount of goal scores as opposed to head to head, which is in the Champions.
Cool. I thought it was head to head to begin with.
No, I think it's still because obviously FIFA and UEFA are slightly different with their rules system. I think it's still amount of goals scored.
Ricardo talks about Germany and Japan.
Oh man, this is so satisfying for two reasons. One, I'm quarter Japanese. So
what? That's a lie.
I sort of got I could get a picture of my grandfather. That would be a little weird. From a paternal, he's full Japanese. I don't know if you know, but Peru has a massive Japanese population.
Oh, okay. Okay. If you're Japanese, what arigato gozaimasu? What does that mean? Arigato gozaimasu.
Something. Thank you. Something. Isn't it?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, I only know arigato. That's why. That's the only part I know. My family doesn't speak Japanese. My family is like they live there.
Yeah.
And Germany, honestly, after they beat Argentina in the final, I can't just go to the States with them. But that's the past, though. That's the past.
Wow.
But yeah, look, somebody said my last name is UM, so there we go. That explains it.
Oh yeah.
But look, first of all, can we talk about that second goal, man? Yo, that touch.
That's first touch.
Yo, that touch was crazy.
No. Also, actually, who was it? I think it was you, Paul. So Paul is convinced that Neuer messed up for that second goal.
I think he did. I think he did too.
Neuer messed up.
I don't think he's to blame for the whole goal. I think Süle is to blame first. Then Schlotterbeck for being so softer than a bimbo.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
yeah,
then
exactly.
Neuer doesn't cover his post.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
Neuer, I don't know what the hell he was doing. He almost like invited him to shoot near post because when he tried to cross off the angle for the block, his left shoulder kind of just left it open. And that's what the guy slotted home.
Yeah, this is the post. I'm Neuer. I do this.
Yeah, he just let it go through, and it was so dumb because that was the obvious like that. If he was gonna put it anywhere, that was the only place he could have put it, and that's where he put it. Germany, man, like it's unacceptable, really. If I'm being brutally honest, I thought this group honestly was gonna be a foregone conclusion. Like Germany, Spain was gonna be. I thought that was
No. But Ricardo, I don't know whether you were here.
You did say. Yes, you did say it. You did say I underestimated my guys. I cannot lie. I should have known better. But Germany, I mean, I'm looking at the game against Spain. I'm just more shocked that the quality of the German national team, if I'm being honest. I just don't get how they have kind of fell down to this level. I mean, you would think that like Spain, they would always be a nation that is very well drilled and have an identity, and it will play well regardless of the quality of players they have. Like that's what I believe of Germany and how I've always seen them. That's who they've always been. They're a German machine. These guys are efficient, and they haven't been that. Now versus Spain, it's going to be a totally different game. Germany knows that we have to win this. This is do or die situation.
Yeah.
Whereas Spain is going to go in there with a lot of confidence, even though it was just Costa Rica. It doesn't really matter. They start off on the right foot, whereas Germany, they start off on the wrong foot. The only concern I have is that, if we're being honest, like in Costa Rica, that defense was terrible. Not only was he terrible, but Navas just that didn't look like that was some other Navas. I'm sorry, that was another that wasn't Keylor Navas.
I think it was like the Morata goal, like because literally there was one where like this guy dived like 3,000 years after the guy. The guy was like,
I'm not gonna like say immediately that Spain's gonna win this easy, 3-1 or something, whatever the case may be. Because the thing is, I see with sometimes even Spain is that even though they create a crap load of chances, sometimes they can't score.
Yeah.
I think I will give Germany the benefit of the doubt that they are better defensively than Costa Rica, and obviously they have Neuer. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be very competitive. But Germany need to win. That's the thing. They need it to win.
They need to win.
Japan, let's be honest, Japan's going to beat Costa Rica. Like, let's be honest.
Well, no, but like, let's just hope because that's what's the same as because my friend was like, okay, look, let's just calm down and everything. Like, let's just hopefully let's just not go through and everything, But, he said they should. No, but I mean, like, they should, man. Because Japan, they've always been able to do this. Just as I think they've just been slowly building up to this and so forth. Because my friend was saying to me that basically like the manager here, he was actually a bit under pressure because he's from the J League and so forth. Yeah. And guys were like, because he was always experimenting before. That's why a lot of guys in Japan were like, what's this guy doing so?
You know what's good about this though, with Japan showing, even Saudi Arabia showing, not Qatar, but yeah, like the Asian teams, I would hope tomorrow we can speak about the brilliance of African countries.
Okay, Ricardo, look. Fine. Asia, take your dub, okay? Your dub, okay? Well done, Asia.
My point is that, remember the other day I sent you a DM about Messi saying that players that of our outstanding quality, they're kind of they're not being produced, or they're not going to have the stage to display their talent, such as Neymar, the Vinicius, and those guys, and himself. We're now seeing it's more about systems and pure tactical ability. So it doesn't even matter how the quality of your players are; it's whether or not they can even execute the game plan. So this is why you're starting to see teams in Asia and hopefully Africa and even North America, like today, like Canada was awesome, right? Tactics is kind of the new thing. So that actually gives more hope for teams outside of Europe and South America. Like that's closing the gap. And I think for football's sake, if you want to like competitiveness, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
No, because remember, I think, yeah, man, because the gap can now be closed because club teams are becoming much more systemic. Managers are becoming much more the stars. There are less individuals and less personalities. Less individuals mean this is now down to strategy and systems now, which means that inferior team can now come in and say what's up because less and less individuals are happening. So the gap between the big and small teams is now becoming shorter.
Realistically, if we look at world football, from the top of my head, the only two players that genuinely get a free roll, do whatever they want, is Messi and Neymar. Because even Vinicius, Vinicius, in my opinion, for Real Madrid, he should get a free roll. I don't think he's that much of a free roll. He's very limited to one side. Now, that may be because he's a limited player on the left side, because we've seen him on the right, not so good. But I think the fact the way football has gone, I think that actually suits Vinicius. And Vinicius is probably the dying breed of those footballers. So, yeah, it's a more system game. And, yeah, we're seeing it. Japan showed, Saudi Arabia showed. So, who knows?
Elijah, talk to me, bro.
All right, yeah, I was going to say, I was actually looking while Ricardo was speaking, I was actually taking a look at Japan's roster. If you guys take a look, a majority of these guys are in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
So are you saying that like the German national team got outplayed
by the guys in their own league? Yes.
Both goal scorers were from
the Bundesliga.
Yes.
You at least drop the brick on that, HH.
Yeah, no, sure, of course. Let me hit you with that. There we go. So,
wait, the Germans are so efficient; they can't even beat what they create.
They can't even. Also, I was looking. Also, you can also throw and then some of the Japanese guys. A lot of them tend to also go to Celtic for some reason. A lot of the Japanese guys are going to Celtic too. I think Celtic just signed their 4th Japanese guy. So you have Bundesliga and Celtic beating Germany. Like what in the world's going on? And then just to also the point to what you said, HH, and I think also RDS mentioned, the gap at the clubs, which is getting smaller, is now affecting the international game, in which the gap is now also getting smaller. I did see Casey's comment where he said the third competitive continent is Asia. That's actually pretty much a good point, because if you look at how the Asian teams are performing now at a higher level than it was in the past. And then for Germany, I found another stat. This is the first time they've lost to Asian teams back-to-back World Cups. Korea in 2018, and today. So there's something going on in Germany where they need to fix. I think it's also a mentality thing, where since they already know that they do well in World Cups, they just play nonchalant like it's not the German teams of 02, 06 where they went in there with a purpose. These guys are just there because they know they're wearing the Gemeinschaft, and that's it. They're just there to just show up and play, but there's no leaders. They're just playing for the sake of playing, and it's really affecting them. And it's going to come back to bite them in the butt soon. So I'm not going to say that they're going to get eliminated in the group stage, but the chances of that are very, very high.
Very high. Yeah, talk to me, man.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Japan, man. Like, Japan are like a nation that you want to root for because, they dedicated. They're extremely
No,
dedicated.
you want to root for them because you like your PlayStation. That's why.
Oh, okay. Oh, whatever.
Okay.
No, they generally do well. They have done well in the World Cup prior. I remember that Belgium game, and Belgium, I don't know how they won the game, but they did. But no, shout out to Japan, man. Shout out to Japan. They do have really good players as well, I mean, shout out to them. But Germany, I don't know. I mean, I'm a big fan.
They're in a tough situation, bro.
I'm a big fan of Hansi Flick. I'm a really big fan of Hansi Flick. I think he's a fantastic manager, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's the key areas where they're lacking. I feel like the midfield and in the center back situations and situations like that. There's like you said, there's a lack of personality. Like there is
no leaders.
I mean, 2014 when they won it, they had Beischer, Schweinsteiger, they had Lamb, they had personalities.
One man ball, by the way.
But it's and then I also was thinking I've read a report that they were begging Toni Kroos to come back, and I'm like, maybe they needed a Toni Kroos in there, a person that's.
They wanted him to come back.
No, they begged him. They begged him to come back, and he said no. he said, "I'm retired. I'm done. I don't know what's the situation between them and Tony Cruz, but they were begging him to come back, but he said no. And I don't know.
Can Germany still go through? They have to beat Spain or maybe get a draw.
I don't know, because it's gonna be tough. Spain is good. They're gonna take. The thing is like, it's about tactics as well. Like this is gonna Hansi Flick has to put a rabbit out of the hat. That's what he has to do, because Spain, they're gonna possess the ball, they're gonna dictate the game, and they just don't have any goal scorers. Like, guys, Shai Havertz, he's horrendous. He is so bad.
He's bad. Havertz is bad. He's bad, but that guy is useless, man.
Like I think at this point, I think he has to make a decision. Like, try maybe playing like a front two or with,
no. But I think I'm sure that the German consensus that Havertz can't start that Spain game.
He can.
He can't start that Spain game.
It's actually possible, really, for Germany to win both games and still go out.
The goal difference.
So the goal difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
That's what I wanted to bring up the other day, but you kept getting on me, because there's a possibility where you can literally go 2 wins, no draws, and a loss and be eliminated, or go 1 win.
Okay, so if Japan beats Costa Rica,
they
have 6 points.
Spain
beat Japan.
So Spain will need to beat Japan, but obviously we're
seeing Spain with them beating. Okay, so then okay.
Every team has 6 points. They'll come to goal difference.
Yes.
Pretty much everybody beating Costa Rica and everybody beating themselves. Okay, 6 points.
No, but Japan's gonna come second, man. Spain's got way too much of a better goal difference.
Exactly. That's where that's gonna happen.
Wow.
Unless Japan already.
That 7 goal means so much now.
Yeah,
bro. That's +7, bro.
And it's happened before.
Japan would have to beat Spain, assuming they just beat Costa Rica by margin, by like 3-4 goals clear, which is not going to happen, for being honest.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, no, this is all assuming that they have to beat Spain. So they have to beat Spain to begin with.
But
wait. Can they go through with 4 points? They can, though. Depending on what happens with Costa Rica.
No, because if Japan beat Costa Rica, if Japan beat Costa Rica,
if Japan and Costa Rica draw,
that's
then Germany can go through with 4 points.
That's a bit different. Yeah.
That's true.
All right, so
Germany
Casey,
have to win though.
Asia is the 3rd behind Europe and South. Casey, I know you said before. Thank you, Casey. Thank you.
Wait, I have a question about the Asia thing. Why? I mean, we have not seen South Korea yet. We have to see. To be honest, we have to see Morocco.
We've already seen Morocco.
No, but we have to see how the group ends.
No. That's what said. No. Casey just smoking. Is it just smoking crack? Like, we have to see. Let's see how the group ends. But Paul, I'll be real with you. I said it before. I don't think Africa.
Wait, who did Tunisia face again?
They drew with Denmark.
Hey, Tunisia.
That's a good result, considering we said that they would.
Wait, hold on. So David C. Germans got introduced to hentai by starring in it. Okay, all right. Let's just. So Casey, thank you. Okay, so Casey, the issue is people are xenophobic to Asian football. Look, Casey, you don't want to know the day that's Ricardo says, you know the day with the jerseys and stuff and the.
I have to look back.
yeah. Look, Shaba. Casey, November 23rd, 2022, the day Spain recalled. Oh my God.
Wow.
That's furious. Ask Casey, I'm literally Gavi's FC president. Oh wow. Talents FC. Shai Havertz as a cartoon fires blank on him. Oh, and Talents. Okay. Look, you know, kids watch this whole thing. Daddy Us, Gavi and Pedri better send arrogant Muller home. It's going to be a big game, man. It's going to be a big game. La Lope Baldini. The scary thing about Spain is they can keep the ball, control the tempo of the game, and score. Germany needs skilled long-range passes. Germany have to go direct. No. Germany have the players to expose the space that Spain will give. So Germany have to counter to perfection. There is a game plan, but they're going to have to play to perfection.
Will
And it ain't going to be easy.
Will Sane be back? Because Sane is going to be mad. Like,
Ricardo, you know this thing called injection and this thing called like drugs? If it's not...
No, because they're going to need him, man.
The Minnesota community, here they go. We Minnesotans believe that Morocco and Japan in the final will end racism for all. Hashtag no racism. HH should make the non-European final stream.
I hope in our lifetime we get to see a non-European and South American champion. I think that would be amazing.
I think that's possible. That's very possible.
Well, it ain't happening. Well, who knows? Maybe Saudi Arabia could do something. Guys, I don't know. Saudis, I don't know. Saudi could do a little something.
The Saudis are taking a piss, HH. They're taking a piss, bro.
Okay, hold on. Wait, okay, so guys, as you well know, the GOATs. Guys, let's just be real. Ronaldo. Okay, first of all, Ronaldo doesn't have a club at the moment right now. So right now he actually needs to play well because he needs to actually show that. So he needs to try to get himself signed. So bro, start playing hard, man. So because you have to audition for a club.
So you can draw Top B's attention. Exactly.
Yeah. No. Chelsea not involved here. They're not involved here. Actually, I need to delete that whole Todd B gif, man.
It's actually the most legendary thing ever. I love it. I love it.
Wait. How can it doesn't exist anymore? I'm deleting that crap. Now here's the thing. Ghana has beaten Portugal. Yes, talk to me. Ghana has not beaten Portugal. And here's the thing. And let me repeat again. This has nothing to do with the battle of Jollof and so forth, even though Nigerian Jollof is better than everything. I just don't think that. Look, yes, he's dropping a Hattie. In the muscle words of Ricardo, Ronaldo's dropping a Hattie, man. He's dropping a Hattie.
You know what's interesting, right? And the World Cup, it's been very awkward for me because in my household, there have been times where I rooted for Argentina when they played against Nigeria. And now Portugal is playing Ghana. So I don't know. I mean,
so you're rooting against your fellow African brothers, and this is why we can't come together as a race. Okay.
No. HH. I want Ghana to do something. I ain't gonna lie to you. Screw Portugal, man. Whatever.
Okay, so you've now changed your view now.
That's a jinx.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to Dr. Omar, you know. Yo. Yeah.
HH, can I ask you?
Ricardo, please take the mic. This guy not serious.
Okay, before I take the mic, I just want to ask you. I want to ask you a question. All right? I want to ask you a serious question.
Yeah.
If you were to grab all the countries in Africa and make like an African All-Stars to represent in the World Cup, do you think that team wins the World Cup?
No.
Well, wait.
Wait. Hold up. You mean as of in 2022?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Africa just have no. If you had done this in, let's say, 98 or 94, a very good chance.
Are we allowed to adopt Mbappe and N'Golo Kante?
Unfortunately, they already played for Europe. So
that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. So no. The answer is no. The answer is no because the time's just in there, bro.
All right. So, but anyways, look, somebody said Africa also already exists. It's called France. I would actually argue it might be England. I'm just saying, like, because I looked at France's game. I think 3 white men scored. So I don't know if they're African all-stars.
Okay. Let's get away from history, racism, and let's go to football. No, look, Ricardo. I mean,
he's dropping a hat trick. Let's keep it a stack.
Like he is. He is.
If the storyline is there, like, dropped the interview. He got booted out of his club.
Yes.
Now he's got to try out again. He's probably got I'll say Europe. Oh no, South Korea might be the weakest maybe, but whatever. He's gonna drop a hat trick because you don't think he was watching front row in front of all the Portuguese players about that Argentina game.
100%.
He was watching it.
100%.
Of course, he was watching it. So I think, and every time Messi drops a stinker, Ronaldo's like, "Oh, it's my time."
Yeah, it's like, okay, bro, let's get here, bro. What a loser, man! What a loser!
He's a sick man. He's got Messi in his head run free. But look, that's what makes him great. I can't fault him.
Yeah, he has a strong mentality. As much as I'm not his biggest fan, I'll never be his biggest fan. I have to say he has a super strong winning mentality.
Oh,
You
for
can't
sure.
deny that.
It's a mentality to a fault, but I rate it. I rate it. He lives and dies by it, and I rate any man who lives and dies by what they believe, and that's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah,
He's dropping a hat trick tomorrow. At worst, 2 goals. 2 goals. I see Portugal winning. To be honest, I think they'll win an easy 3-0. I don't know what to expect out of Ghana.
but another thing, we'll jump out because it's tomorrow. I've been hearing some crazy stuff about this Serbia and Switzerland trying to say something.
Hey,
Now,
man, I believe in it.
we saw Saudi Arabia do something. We've seen Japan do something. Should Brazil be worried?
Yeah.
They should. They should be
the stronger team.
Absolutely.
Because I'm looking at the talent pool of Serbia, and I didn't really take in the quality of players they have. The midfield I'm not too familiar with. I think other than Milinkovic-Savic, but the front line they have Vlahovic, Tadic, and they have one more guy. I forget what his name is. They have Kostic too, I believe.
Oh, yeah,
right?
and what's called Milinkovic-Savic?
Yeah. So like this
Mitrovic.
Mitrovic. There we go. That was the third one. So this team clearly has they got a squad. They got a squad. Do I think Brazil should still finish first? Definitely. I think this is gonna be the games that Brazil show themselves that they're the favorites. Because if we're looking at England faced Iran, Spain faced Costa Rica, even if, let's say Argentina beat Saudi Arabia, it's still Saudi Arabia.
Come on. It's Nene, bro. Nene's
No, but what I'm saying, of course. But what I'm saying is that if you know football, you know Serbia is actually a quality team. They beat and tied Portugal. Oh, I think they tied them twice. I can't remember.
No.
Twice.
They beat them at home to qualify automatically and send Portugal to.
Yeah. Okay.
playoffs.
So Serbia is clearly a quality team. I think if Brazil go in that game and they just mollywop these guys like 3-0, I gotta say Brazil's probably the best team in the first round of the games. But obviously that's easier said than done.
Ricardo, can I ask you a question, bro? What
What's up?
If Rafinha shows up, and then you have Gavi balling, what are we saying about Xavi, bro?
Oh, I'm already suspect of Xavi. They don't need to tell me, bro. I look at Pep. He just signed a 2-year with Man City. I'm sad. So he's not coming.
No, Ricardo wants Spain to win the World Cup, so he can have what Barca fans think Xavi is, which is Luis Enrique.
Yeah. And also a second star on the crest. Don't forget.
Okay, so Elijah, what do you say about Brazil, man? Should we be worried about Brazil and Nene?
No.
What? Not worried at all.
I'm not really worried about Brazil, man. I'm really not. Okay,
so that Serbia will be easy work for.
No. Not Serbia will be easy work. I'm sure. Like remember, I told you the narrative. Remember the narrative. If a South American team wins this, the narrative shifts from systems back to individuals.
But I don't think a South American team. Let me see. After what I saw from Argentina, put it this way: if Brazil don't
beat Serbia,
if they don't incarcerate Serbia. I need them to incarcerate them the way that Spain incarcerated Costa Rica. If they don't incarcerate them, I'm not too sure about this whole system. Because I think for the sake of football, we need individuals to transfer. But I don't think it's going. I think football has changed, bro. I think football has changed. But I think it's going to be a system.
Absolutely, football has changed. But that doesn't mean that Brazil can't just. It doesn't mean that Brazil won't win the World Cup. Like it's possible. And yes, Mitrovic is injured. That is true. But I do think Brazil has a great chance. Great chance.
Paul.
No,
Brazil.
Sharing what Ricardo said, to be honest, of all these matchups, the big ones, the on paper favorite ones to win the World Cup, Serbia-Brazil is the toughest one.
Yeah.
Maybe Germany-Japan is there as well, but definitely Serbia-Brazil are that, like, Serbia are one of those quality teams that are in between, like, those teams are not consistent, but when they're strong, they're very strong. It's like, it reminds me of like a very good Switzerland. It reminds me of a very good Japan. I don't know. I feel like it's a team that will never win that trophy, those big trophies, but will take down the giants. Do I think Serbia will win? Look. Everyone has to play the game. Everyone has to say, who do you think will win? Why? Whatever. I think I want to think. I think Brazil will win and will drop like a 3-0 or something like that. But
3-0.
something like that. But they will make that statement. But think about this, because this is a very interesting thing. What if Serbia shows up and wins Brazil? And let's think about all of these implications. We're talking about the big favorites were Argentina and Brazil. Those were like the biggest favorites before everything. Argentina and Brazil. Now we have Argentina beaten down, Brazil beaten down. We have the mid favorites, Spain, maybe England, France, doing the job. So women and all of those are European. So if we see the South American teams fuck up their group stages, even though if they then pass, but they are losing the first jobs they have to do, we have to have a conversation.
Yeah, I have to agree because honestly, the best thing I can see, like I don't think Brazil will lose tomorrow, I said that Argentina wouldn't lose against Saudi Arabia.
No one did.
But I'm just saying, if there's any game you're gonna lose, you might as well lose the first game of the group stage.
Yeah.
So we'll see how like Argentina would react. But
also, I've always said Spain lost to Switzerland in 2010.
That's true.
Won the whole World Cup and everything.
But hey, I think Switzerland will actually be a bigger test for Brazil than Serbia because Switzerland are a very, very strong defensively, especially when they play bigger teams. And I think for the majority of the tournament, Brazil is going to be playing teams that are going to be inferior in quality. So the style in which they play, they're going to have to be facing a lot more low blocks and stuff like that.
Okay, wait. Let me just. So see, I think this is when I think guys are just going a bit so far here. I think this is just Ricardo.
Oh my god.
And ahead of Oceania.
Okay, so
wait, hold on. I have a
Wait.
question to ask you. So you know
Go,
how
go.
in tennis they play grass, clay, and what's the other one?
Hard,
Do
which
you
is US
think-
Open.
Do you think because I've seen the videos of the those footballers in Africa, they play on like dirt. Do you think
Yes.
if maybe they change it from grass to dirt?
Okay, all right. You know what? So, Lalo, Baldini, HH man, Drogba. You know that's actually a red card by the way, but it's fine. Drogba, Etso, Yaya, Kalu, Essien. No. Ricardo was saying now. No, all time. Oh, hell yeah. In now? No. And Africa ultimate team of right now, no, they didn't do nothing. Wait, no, what's to go? So, Mardes, is Ronaldo dropping a hat against Ghana?
I'm actually going to be controversial and say I actually think Ghana will win, and I'm not doing any reverse.
Oh, that's reverse picks.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Let me land. Like I think part of the problem people make is that the Ghana team has changed dramatically compared to when they disgraced Nigeria like just over a year ago. Like this is I think the Ghanaian side is actually the youngest side actually at the World Cup. It's a very different team. You've seen some obviously recent nationalities like Lamptey, for example, coming in. Obviously, Thomas Partey is coming back into the midfield as well. Like who's obviously having a very, very good season as well. You know, so the Ajax guy, what's his name called again? Kudos is doing quite well. And even just the recent friendly where they beat, I think wasn't it Switzerland 2-0? I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Re-entry into it, like they looked okay.
Did Nigeria play friendly as well?
Sorry.
Didn't Nigeria play friendly as well?
Okay, yeah.
I'll just ignore him.
They miss it.
Okay, let me miss.
I think Ghana beating Switzerland is a much bigger statement than Portugal lubricating Nigeria at this point. You know, so that country doesn't exist really.
If Ghana does beat Portugal, I mean, what are we saying about the whole tournament? Like,
I think if IU drops a hat-trick, if Jordan Ayew drops a hat-trick against Portugal, the World Cup is peaked.
No. But you know what I'm seeing though.
If that happens,
here's the real thing. I have a very funny feeling that Asia could do really well. That's why I wanted to see what happens between South Korea and Uruguay, because I think basically for me, I said before, I think Africa it ain't happening, bro. I think Asia might do something. Like
I just do have a feeling. I don't know. I
can see a tie.
The thing is, again, Portugal have a more talented squad, no doubt.
No. Do you know what I see happening? I see maybe something similar to this Canada-Belgium game where Canada will have a lot of ball, a lot of chances, but Portugal will just be more efficient. and that guy probably score.
So are you talking about like a 90-10th minute tap in by Ronaldo?
Oh yeah, because it's gonna be like plus 14 adult time, so that was like 114 minutes like thingy. So it don't come out. Is France a system team or a team of individuals?
Nah, it's a system. Come on, let's be honest.
a good question.
No. I would say individual.
No. I think it's a combo.
Yeah.
It's a combo.
I don't agree. I think England is a combo. I don't think France is a. If you look at how France played, it was all individual controls, individual passes, individual.
And that's why I think they'll probably lose, because I think that France will come up against a strong team. They'll get frustrated, and Mbappe will just start doing like step overs, and try to outpace guys, and then they'll just go out.
Depending on individual brilliance to pull them out of tough situations.
Yeah, no. For me, I think France. I think is individuals. I think they are. I think it's a combo. I think it's a combo of there is a system there, but there's also a blend of individuals rather than just being totally married to no. This is all about team, because really at the end of the day, it's Mbappe.
But that wouldn't be any different from Brazil and Argentina, because they do have an identity. They do play a way of football, but they do have Messi and Neymar to bail them out when things get tough.
No, but the issue is, it's like at the end of the day, when the going gets tough, what do you rely on? And I feel like when France rely too much on their individually, they end up losing. And when they end up relying on their system, they end up winning.
Okay, so we're out of here now. Let me just say this, Dobbs, and we have to be out of here, man. So, Stephanie I, what do you mean Africa won the World Cup in 2018? No, do you know what I said? I said Eurafrica. It was a new continent. I didn't call it Eurafrica. That was Eurafrica's first World Cup was in 2018.
So Griezmann won man of the match for the African All-Stars?
Who? Prados give me although Timo was garbage. All right.
That is true.
I think Germany missed Timo Werner, man. I think
Yeah.
I think Germany
I said this in the group. I think it was the group chat I sent it to you after the France game. Can we stop with this whole Mbappe dud group stage narrative? Like, these guys, hold on. Lucas Hernandez tore his ACL, and his brother comes on, who's a better fullback than he is. The talent France have is freaking
David Jones. Thank you for the dub, David. David Jones, thank you for the dub. What's the most likely African country to win the World Cup? Maybe not this year.
What if a
no idea?
African, what if a North African?
I think it might be a North African.
Don't tell me the Lansing brothers are going to win tomorrow.
Either Nigeria.
Okay, you know what? On that note, Ricardo, you went to very. Okay, look, on that note. So, guys, remember, guys, tomorrow I'll see you guys here again for a round. So I think so. Tomorrow is the last match day ones, and then Friday we go to round two and so forth, where America will try to go up against their former colonial masters, man. I don't know. I know it's other, but Elijah, you can't lose to your former colonial masters.
It's gonna be horrendous.
Okay, you have to invoke the power of 1776, man. You have to invoke the power of 1776.
And it's Thanksgiving tomorrow, so we have.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving, bro.
You can't lose after Thanksgiving. Come on, that's you can't lose after Thanksgiving.
Two competitive wins over England, and both are in the World Cup. Like, come on.
Okay, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Peace.